Yes, I'm crooked today and I can't fix it. I'm not having a all ducks in a row day. I've dropped, I've splattered, I've spilled. So just one of those things. Hello, my people, or not my people. How are you today? It says I'm live. Oh, and I always have my phone turned up when I'm live. Okay. Oh, nobody's here. Let's see. What should I make this? I gotta start, instead of just the countdown, it's like you won't miss anything if you spend a minute, like not being here. Countdowns drive me nuts. They really do. I know you want to, like, hello, whoever. You want to get here when the countdown is, but that's really driving me crazy. Buzz, you're here. Yay. I was hoping. I am so glad you're here. I meant that, you didn't have to worry about things, so you could come here. So it's like, seeing you here makes me go, oh, good. Everything's okay. May not be great, but it's okay. And when I drove up, it's either the bangs or, I never had to spray my bangs. Oh my God, they're going to crack on me. Not really. There's still no air. When I drove up, there was somebody standing out front with a big smile on their face and a sweater. She wasn't skinny. What the hell are you doing making her stand out front with a sweater? One of those blue sweater things or whatever they are. And it was just like, that's as bad as like a vest. It's like, what the heck? Okay, for now, yeah. I know, I saw the path of it yesterday and it was like, that's going to take forever and you're already warning people now? That's mean. I sincerely was like, that's mean. You guys are mean. And yes, I said on Carrie Ann's live yesterday, I'm glad I live in the earthquake world. At least then I won't know what happens. Hi, DOA is a fraud. How are you today? But, oh yeah, Miss Bounce around here. And they've got them unlocked too. So that's good. So they can both like go back and forth. But no, I drove up. I squirreled down that sweater holding. I wide open. Woman standing out front, smiling, being happy. And I drive by. There were two trucks. I was hoping she missed me, and she didn't. Walk up here, and they're in. She turned around, too, when I was, like, driving past. So I'm like, crap, they found me. It's like, I don't have the hair down today. I actually have my hair up because it's hot. And I can't remember, but something this weekend made me, I guess, unconsciously stressed out more than I have been in a long time, and I started scratching. I've never done that before. That was weird, but one of them is my forehead, and the way my bangs were, they were just pushing. They were like resting on that spot. I kept scratching it. Oh my God, why? DOA said, I'm good. Glad you can see me. I was in YT Purgatory yesterday. People couldn't see my chats. That's what it was. I put 2 on Carrie Ann's yesterday and they didn't go through. So they're probably banned words. Didn't even think about that. Because we were making fun of Papa Cat. Because everybody wants him to give a lecture on OSB, I guess. The streaming. Because StreamYard doubled their price. Went from free to paid to only you who are making money on YouTube can afford this. I'm still on Prism. Hopefully they're going to monetize soon because everybody will come from StreamYard. So hopefully it'll only be like small YouTubers get this price and people who are making a living out of it get this price. I am dreading the time that Prism becomes monetized. So, but that does mean I am not going to StreamYard. So I can take StreamYard off my phones. Because I did have it. YTB, hi tubing. That is funny. So yeah, supposedly it's supposed to cool down. I think it's easily 80 here. Because even the breeze, there is one, thank you, is warm. It's not as hot, but it's still hot. And I'm not wearing athleisure like I usually do, so the sweat is not wicking away from my skin. It's weird, but it seems to work. Yesterday, though, and Papa Cat didn't take a picture. He should have. Yesterday, it was full in Kamala. I looked like I came from a freaking Easter egg hunt. And at the antique fair, easily 90, but it had a wind. Thank you, it had a wind. So we enjoyed ourselves. I almost drove Papa Cat into the ground and realized that, oh my God, I am just like boingy, aren't I? So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss that you can't go across the street to Nico on Mondays? Well, you know, if you weren't in there and out here into the real world, or into the world that isn't in their world, which is two different things, you could be going to a different cafe that would be out of their sight range, because probably the reason, or you can go to Postscript. But you'd be able to do this without having to ask permission and having them not tell you what you can and cannot say when you go over there. Or when you walk out, if you walk out here, you can't like look at me like I'm a cootie. Because you guys have the cooties and not me. I am not the devil. I don't believe in the devil, so it doesn't happen. Your family misses you. Your family hasn't probably heard from you. I've heard from a lawyer, your lawyer, on Friday, that you guys aren't able to YouTube. That's weird, because besides them having the videos you're not supposed to be looking at, more or less, they have things to teach you how to use things. They're a really good tutorial site to teach you how to do things, which you might want to do on the sly, to teach you how to get a job after you're a certain age, to teach you how to get, how to rent if your credit's bad, teach you how to judge, say, roommates if you're going to move into a place that has roommates and not, you're not on the lease agreement. Things like that. You should go check out YouTube and Google. You can type in a whole phrase, like a sentence now. The search engine has gotten so good that it can actually, you don't have to type in one thing and then another and hope that it gets it. You can type in a whole sentence now, and you will usually get to where you want to be. And after a while, you'll be able to tell which are the sites that are just doing it for the clicks, and then the sites that are actually going to teach you something. You've got all that experience in there was just psychological, even though they won't admit it, because that's what LRH wanted. So you have all this psychological work that you have done and have done to people. You should come out here and put it to your own good use. That's nothing wrong with that, and you could probably get a lot more ahead with that. So in a weird way, even though they don't believe in psychiatrists, they are the biggest psychiatrists around. Well, psychologists, because psychiatrists need MDs. So they're using psychology on you guys every day, all the time. So you should bounce that psychology and look up what's going on. Because once you start seeing it, you cannot not see it. And then you'll see that the stuff out here is not for bad. And psychology that they're pulling on you is constant. So go to the library, look up on a computer there, which has nothing that says you can't go anywhere. Look everything up you want. Don't wear any of the clothes you wear here. And when you're done, in the web browser, go to settings, go to history, go to cache, and delete them both. That way, you will not have left a footprint anywhere. Super freaks. Hello, Papa Cat. I have bagel dogs. And a bunch of bagels that I dropped. but I put them in a bag. I dropped them in the house. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's like, it sort of gets on my nerves sometimes how much they act like they're so above it all, even though all they're doing is using psychological torture on them, basically, in my opinion. That's how cults work. It's all psychological. So this is the one that even just makes me wonder the most, because you're not supposed to believe in brain health, you know, psychology, psychiatry, all of that. It's against their will, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't make any sense, because that's what the past Lord God King Bufu did. He was using his own stuff, self-help to the nth degree, to where it's circling where it's chasing its tail because it doesn't know where it begins or ends. Real question. Just, you know, watching things. And Carrie Ann's also great help because she's got her psychological stuff she has, and I listen to that. And, you know, it just makes you wonder. It's like, how do, and not even deprogram. Oh, okay, that's not mine, so I don't have to worry about it. How do you deprogram from being programmed? I know you're not allowed to do it anymore, you know, quote unquote, deprogram. You can't steal people anymore, quote unquote, because it was considered kidnapping. So all of that stuff from the 70s and 80s disappeared. But how do you counteract it and figure out a way to get them to follow you with different keywords, and you get them to listen to you more than what they were doing, because it's a cult and it's all in the same rhetoric for that cult? How do you have rhetoric to get out of the cult? I know it's a weird question, but it's just something I was wondering. So, what is the middle bagel dog? Okay. Mondays are bagel dog days because Papa Cat goes to club and he leaves the house at a certain time. So we try not to make anything complicated, because he has the same problem I do. You're almost gone, you forget something. You're almost gone, you forget something. Oh, I gotta talk for a couple of minutes. Oh, my hair is weird. Oh, blah, blah, blah. So I try to make Mondays super easy. So, what was this? What did I miss? Oh, thank you for putting up, Nico. Little Jamie's videos. We're not supposed to be height shaming anymore, because we have somebody in our group that I don't remember anymore. They're shorter than average and didn't like it, so no more height shaming. So, roommates, not bunkmates. What did I say roommates on? It's like, here we go again. What do you mean Wednesday? So let's see. Can you see my hair? Yeah, I have a bow. Oh my God, I just saw somebody walk by. Oh my God, look, you can look in. It's just the right, perfect. Ooh, they're gonna have this one closed up pretty fast, because I literally just saw somebody walk away and I was just doing my hair thing. And you can see the early years. So where is this? I can't tell. It's not his office, and then there's something else. Some kind of certificate, and let's see, what does that say? That says Explorer. I feel like I'm 12. And a picture of him. I'm seeing, weirdly enough, this is blocking, or the black is blocking, and so I can see. Ah! It's doing it with my wrist guard too. Yeah, no, I thought it was a reflection from somebody across the street, and I realized, that's a little close, don't you think? So I guess after so many years you have to change it. Well, you know, while you're changing the mirror on it, this is a new window. This window has fallen out before, or it has been replaced. And I wouldn't be surprised considering the casing is falling apart. So Osa, oh God, look at this. I found something that'll get Osa going maybe. Let's see. Let's see if I could do this without bringing up. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Ooh. Do you see it? See that broken casing stuff up there? It's on wood. But it should tell you how decayed this whole area is. And they need to take care of that, because especially considering I pointed out that this window has been replaced before. So they need to learn and need to fix this stuff. Let me see if I can get this. There we are. Okay. Get this down on video. This means it's been replaced because let me see if I can get it. Come on. Come on. Can't get it to wait, let's see. Aha, there we go. So this has been replaced. The older ones don't have that. So, and I'm pointing out the messed up casing around it. So maybe they'll do something, because they wouldn't want to have this fall out during a storm. And considering how hot it's been in the city this year, we're probably gonna have really crappy storms all season long. So, hi Sitting, how are you today? So, that's a great emote, I like that. So yeah, that, you know, showing off the ugly bits of what they're not taking care of, and especially because it's a hot summer here. Was it 92 yesterday, which was the hottest day of the year, and hottest record for a couple of years, I think, or forever, or I don't know. But yeah, so climate change, my ass, right? I know, I'm with it. Oh, it looks like it looks like somebody's chipping away on this. Can you see it? Yeah, that's not good. But it did say the base of the building was terracotta. And obviously there's a heavier terracotta. That's what the House of Fine Arts is made from. So, but somebody's messing with this. They better fix this before it gets to be too late, because also we're getting some good cracks. And just because 1906 was in April, 1989, 91. Which one was it? So many things going on in my head today. I'm always getting them backwards. But the latest earthquake was in October, November. Maybe October. Because of the heat thing. I don't say earthquake weather anymore either, because the one day I would have sworn it was going to happen, it didn't. So, I think what we all used to do was say earthquake weather for days, and eventually it would catch up with us. So, let's see. Ooh, my thingy rattled. Let me see if I can see anybody else. No, I can't even run to my car, even though it's right there, and it'd be perfect for this, because I don't have an umbrella with me. So, this would be perfect for it. Bummer. And you know, they'll have the mirror film fixed before they have the casing fixed. So look at all that. Yay! But yeah, if this oh, and this one's been replaced too. See that? That's been replaced. So maybe the whole casing fell out. Who knows? Trying to see. how new this is or old this is. But yeah, I'm sure. We should find out who insures this building and send them pictures. Take real pictures with the real camera and send it to them, and go, look what they're doing here. They're making it into a hazard. My God. Hi, Carrie Ann. You're late, hon. I didn't start until 20 minutes ago. And I can legitimately blame Carrie Ann for me coming out of my evening hole, because we were texting each other yesterday, and she has her book club on Sunday, and she said to me, I'll see you on Monday. And I went, no you don't, you're gonna see me tonight. And it's her fault that I actually started watching again at night, which is good, because it means it got me out of my depression hole of, all the stuff and family stuff and everything else just piling up. So it's her fault if I show up tomorrow and talk to everybody. Oh, look. He doesn't know I'm here either. Look. How am I invisible? I'll show you my new purse. So. You saw the gold tie. Did you see the gold tie? What is that? What does that mean? He was so unimpressed with me too. But the back of his jacket or the back of his vest fits awfully. And he's been perspiring, so maybe it's not so cool in the building. Well, it has not cooled down at night. So the natural cooling of this building is probably warm in there after all these days. So, what in the Fahrenheit is it the hottest day in year in October? See, we've hit Indigenous Native Summer. I can't remember what people started calling it now. I'm stuck with Indigenous Native because it just sounds funny. Somebody else said it correctly, what it's called now, Native Summer or something like that, because you can't say Indian Summer. There are two penises here on this. There's this one, which is new, and then there's this one, which was old and been trying to take it off. And then here we go again with somebody was here and did something. It's like, wow. Wouldn't it be cool if it got a Banksy here? If I got a Banksy here, I'd be so happy. So yes, it's Carrie Ann's fault that I've actually joined the world again. So I just come home, anxiety myself out, and weirdly enough though, some of the times that I didn't show up for Carrie Ann stuff or didn't show up at nighttime, I was eating dinner. And during Carrie Ann's feed yesterday, me and Papa Cat were like talking on there, and we were literally 5 feet apart. I'm like, we're doing it. You know that. You know we don't love each other if we're doing that. So, we know you miss your family. We know you miss your friends. Do you miss the things you do every day? Do you miss your UPS guy? Did you have a regular postal guy that you saw? Do you say hi to the baristas at Starbucks because those are the only people you can say hi to? Doesn't it feel very confining doing what you're doing? Just the fact that you cannot be your true self, you have to be their self. I got it. Sorry. I thought my nose was bleeding. I forgot to bring Kleenex too, but there's in the car. I don't know, dried out or something. So, have I got you still here? Are you guys still here? You just got real quiet. Everybody's doing laundry, aren't they? FYI, confirmed sighting of a Waymo in Daly City. Yeah, I know. Oh my God. Maybe we can take one down. The Waymos are trying to work down the SFO. Huge airport. That's got to be what's in their head. So when that happens, Papa Cat's going to have a blast. Because he takes off from SFO. God, it feels like a nosebleed. And he could take like the transit to like here and then take a Waymo from here to South City or to SFO. You know he'd love it. Once we get past that point where you've never been in one before, it'll be like we either like them or don't like them. So, but yes. So like I said, everybody go subscribe to Carrie Ann's channel, because she is beyond cool, and she brought me out of my hiding at night now, and now I don't feel like I can't look at things. Anxiety sucks. So can you tell me how to do the iPhone thing? Yes, you have cooties, but that's okay. You're still my friend. So yeah, we're talking the psychological thing. Oh yeah, and Carrie Ann talks about psychology a lot too, so that is very cool. Her book club, if you had a membership, is very cool. It's tomorrow, and the book she's working on is very neat, and it's way slightly complicated not. Makes you think, for sure. I think I'm only in the introduction, and I'm like, this makes you think. So, but I've gotten it down, unfortunately, from the person I pretty much call them, you know, the brown checker upper. She said they're still voting for Trump because that's going to happen, because when he talks about immigrants, they think that it's not them. They think it's somebody else. So, she goes by her family and her family's friends and everybody else, and they're brown. And I asked her, I said, so are they still voting for Trump? And she goes, yes. And I'm like, no. It's what I said. They think that he is talking about illegal immigrants, not that he's vaguely talking about immigrants, period. So it's like, how do you get those people to understand? No, he's going to go just after you guys. He's going to call you illegal immigrants. See, I don't talk to my freaking Mexican family anymore. We just grew apart as I grew up. So I have no clue I have no in with the brown people, which really sucks. Especially around now, because I would just go around telling them, he's looking at you guys. He's not looking at illegals. We don't have enough illegals to do that. So I need to read my chapters 2, 3 for tomorrow. Okay, thank you for reminding me, Carrie. I was going to say fuzz. Just text it, you beast. So yeah, it's like closer we get, politics, psychology, because they sort of both go hand in hand. As far as I'm concerned, have to turn on the brain for this. I still laugh, but I'm getting a little bit more serious the closer we get, because I'm scared. That's it. It's the truth. I'm scared. What happens? My great oracle said nothing. She goes, it'll be exactly like it was last time. Is that we all just shut up and deal with it. And I'm like, no, it won't. I go, I hope, you know, in my head, I'm like, I hope it won't, but I don't want it to either. It's very confusing. Has anybody thought about, is anybody else afraid of this? I mean, that's why I went, I guess, into the stressed, depressed mood with everything going on in my life, and then everything going on in the country. It's like, and then everything going on in the world. It bears down on me like big old blocks and just pushes me farther down till I'm almost pancaked. And like I said, this time it's Carrie Ann's fault. I came out, so which is good. I even stopped like eating regularly. I just pick at things. Yeah, see, it's definitely not based on a race thing anymore, because, you know, my family, the blonde family, it's like, they're not too amused. And this is the platinum blonde blue-eyed cousin. she's not amused. You know, it's like everybody's just wondering. It seems to be like we're in a holding pattern. You know what I mean? Oh. Nope, that's a Mitsubishi. I thought that was Cairo's car. Oh, look. That must be a Scientologist. She is very acting weird. Hold on. Oops. Okay. You see her? The one in the vest? She came around the corner and stopped. And she was trying to figure out which way to go, then stopped. Now she's turned back. It's like maybe she was in her civvies. And the guy who walked by me with the gold tie, and please see if you can find out what the gold knot on his tie means. I don't think I could look something like that up without getting lost for 6 hours, no lie. That's a rabbit hole I wouldn't want to. I'm sure somebody can look it up easily. I have gone into relaxed mode where it's like now I type out sentences because it's easy, but get lost in rabbit holes, and I'm getting better at it because one of the girls will yell at me. Weirdly enough, one of the girls will distract me and I get better at it. So, because I have two vociferous beasts, they're very, very beastly. That's why Abby loves being upside down and just purrs her little orange head off. So, yeah, it's like, this is the only time I think I feel fake. And I think I feel fake, and not you guys. I just mean all around. I feel fake. Because I feel like I'm trying to be happy while sane washing. That's the new word. Sane washing instead of brainwashing. Anything he does, it's sane. Yep, the Abinator. My baby doll. She's mine. The supermodel's his. Trying to socialize him more. Abby almost stays on the couch with me. I know, almost. So happy. And Bird is going to be upset because I cut my nails. To me, this is cutting my nails off. Because they're pretty long by accident. The Japanese nail thing my nail person does to me, they're stronger than freaking steel. Yeah. Yeah, fuzz. Sane washing, I like it. Yes. Who is it? Who's doing Midas Touch? Luke Beasley, I think his name is. The I Had It girls. People in that sort of area on YouTube would start calling it sane washing because you see it happen, but you see it on a mass media market, and it's he dances at a memorial, news at 11, big deal, right? And it's like, what? The richest man in the world is jumping up and down like a cheerleader behind the orange one, news at 11. What? Sitting on defense, maybe we are all living in simulation, everything is fake. Yes, maybe we're in the Matrix for real. Sometimes that's the thing with this one, because people weren't talking about it as much in the last one. They weren't saying, look, this guy's messed up, and he wasn't. It was just PR. It's just propaganda. This time it's just like, this guy's messed up. You noticed? He's got some degenerative things, and I know we had Reagan degenerative for the last 2 years, but you know what? They didn't go flaunting him around with it, okay? So, yeah, that in a weird way is good, Carrie Ann. It's a 90-minute rally, and they give us 45 to 90 seconds. It's good, because you know why? That means they're cutting him off finally. Even Fox has started cutting him off, which is good, because we remember last time he was around, they were showing this whole damn thing on CNN, and it was like, what the hell is going on here? Carrie Ann said, think about it as trying to be upbeat. If I don't focus on the positive, then I get overwhelmed. Yep, me too. It's always been that way. The first time around, pretty much curled up in a ball and cried. Because I thought last time would be Armageddon. This time I think one of the Midas Touch guys said Civil War. And even civil war between parties, civil war between Republicans, civil war between the states, for real. Just major unrest, you know. And I can believe it, even with the Georgia governor who wants the Bible in school things, wants the Bible taught. It's like, you know what, even when you had to say, my cousin, I went to go visit in Orange County, those were the days where you could go to class with your relative if you were with them, and they had to say the Lord's Prayer. But that's it. And that was the 70s. So, if that's the height of it, that should be the height of it. There's a police SUV behind me, and she is so not even looking at me. You could tell she has that face of, come on, light, change. So, random questions. Are we going to get a Thetan emote? You'd have to ask the people who make them. Eddie fights. J-Bat's been nothing but a doll in making them for me. They talk amongst themselves. I have no clue how to do a Thetan emote. Cootie. We have a cootie. Yeah, we have a cootie. And I did look up on Reddit yesterday. I looked me up on Reddit. If it's a simulation, then it's someone's dream. If you don't even dream, then how you ever gonna make your dreams come true unless you like living in other people's dreams because you don't have one? Which science fiction movie or book is that from? Hi, Nebulous. I sincerely like to think more of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, sort of other world. I was a prolific dreamer as a kid. I was a sleepwalker as a kid. I had night terrors as a kid. I only slept 3 hours a night as a kid. This is how you can be my age and still act like I'm 30. I am not taking my body falling apart on me very well at all. So, and like I said, I got pointed out to me yesterday that I am just still a ball of energy, and it's like, yeah, you should see me after 6 though. I just shut up and sit and look on my iPad and watch videos on my iPad and watch documentaries on the big television and don't really exist with the world. That's been the past month. And then Miss Thing goes, I'll see you on Monday. And that's all it took. So I can now say I have a competitive streak. It was so funny because I was reading it at the antique fair and I'm like, see you Sunday? I don't think so. Or see you Monday? I don't think so. I'm going to go there tonight. And I was on for like a half an hour before I said anything because it was like, do I really want to, is there anything, at least I'm here sort of thing? But no, once I started talking, I didn't manage to steal the stream, which I feel like that's one thing I have to teach myself to get over, that I'm not doing that. Great, it's the accordion in me. That's all I used to blame my star sign on everything because I supposedly like am the epitome of it. So oh my god, what are the emotes for? Clapping, blue guy, dinosaurs. I don't know. I gotta learn. I've gotta find out what the emote dictionary is. It took me Yep. I think it's something with our star sign that makes us do it. It's not my fault. It's blame the zodiac. Not killer. It's not my fault. I think that's why I got into psychiatry, was because I'm using it to blame my star sign, and it's like, well, what would make me do that? All I want for Christmas is you will be my dreams come true. Sorry, I may be mixing things here. That's great. Sitting on the fence. I love that one. It's almost on the... I said that out loud, didn't I? I am sincerely of the opinion, and this could be from watching way too many Jane Austen novel shows and reading it, that I wasn't meant to say that is completely a lie, and you were going to say it. You just had to say I didn't mean to say that. So now that I put it into your head that you don't necessarily have to come out here just for your friends and your family, you can come out here for yourself. Isn't that like what it's all about anyway, is doing good for yourself, for then you can clear your planet? And where would LRH be? Because he's supposed to be at Site 2 or something. That's why he's not coming back. Can you ask where Site 2 is? I mean, it would give you an incentive to do more, wouldn't it? It just seems logical, because you'd want to follow the big guy, right? Onto Site 2. And you can't always be perpetuating the come back here. There's got to be something else to do, because you figure after 4 or 5 times that if you didn't get this, you should be going to even maybe a lower level so you can learn more somewhere else and then come back here again. Just a question, freaks. See, got my brain in the psychology mode. Where's that New Balance emote when you need one? See, I don't understand that. We always get what we want, but if you try really hard, you get what you need. Oh my God, the 60s oracles would be hilarious. But yeah, never thought that a Mick Jagger lyric would make sense. Now, if he wrote it, then he could be an oracle and explain why that band doesn't die except for the drummer. Hey, oh God, hi Desert Dog. Hey there, Desert Dog. I feel like it's been a while. That's what Fuzz says. So... oh my God, Sitting, you've listened to it enough. All I ever needed, all I ever wanted is here in my arms. DPG mode. We used to call him DPG Modi. So, and they're one of the bands that's gotten older and I can't watch. It's a shame. What's his name just doesn't look very... he looks old and haggard. Yep, I got sucked into my own brain vortex again. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people, but I'm sort of attributing it to our weather. So it's like, I wouldn't be, you know, it's hot. So, because I heard Dusty is okay. I'm trying to think. Pinche I saw yesterday. I'm trying to think who are almost regular. That's what I mean, almost. It's like I have the set. And Desert Dog always comes in late, or used to, got better at it. So that was that. Cher? I always want to call her Cher. Is it Cher or Cher? She's semi-regular. Yeah, that's the funny part. And last night sort of cured me of that too. It's I see them on other streams going, why isn't it on my stream? And it's like, oh my God. Okay, I'm not altruistic about this, but hey. Okay, cool. Yes, Bridge. Okay. Dusty is okay. Just heard from Cheryl and she's fine. Bridge is doing okay. Spoke to her last night. Good. That's what Carrie Ann said, which is good because, yes, even Bridge is starting to become normal for me. You pulled at Desert Dog in early. Oh, I pulled him in early. It's my mind. It's my brain. I'm pulling people in with my brain. Ew. I saw a brain surgery on YouTube the other day. It was so freaking fascinating. I thought I would just go, ew, ew, yuck, ew, cottage cheese. It was like, no, I just sat there practically with my mouth open, hanging open, just going, wow, this is interesting. Teach your children well, LOL. For example, it's not like on the Xbox or PlayStation console. In our real world, we only get one life. Yes, thank you, Nebulous. And are sort of proving that. Remember, the last generation was like, let them have their iPads and stuff, and they're realizing that the iPads are making the kids a bunch of introverts because they're not being exposed to other children. I would not mind having screaming children on my greenway that I did have until the latest ones move. No problem. That means at least they're outside and communicating with children that aren't in their communication bubble. I think it's also how children grow up, is when they're around more people to see more things. And I'm sorry, but Twitch is not a place to go see more people and do new things. So, hi Cher. Oh my God, I say your name and you show up. Whoa. I was talking about you being semi-regular here. I was talking about being jealous that, example, Pinchy Becky was on Carrie Ann last night, but I haven't seen her here. So it's like, and that's when I realized, oh my God, I really am competitive. Didn't know that. Or not, or also I'm not altruistic about having this channel. I intend to have this channel until I die. Because who knows what you can do later on. This place will be around for a while, but hopefully this place won't be around for a while. Hopefully they'll get in a position where they have to start getting things consolidated. Maybe that's when Lord God King Bufu steps down. Maybe they'll start there, because I get this distinct feeling, in my opinion, that he may take the rent money and run. Or not necessarily run, but all the money is his. And they don't know it, in my opinion, because they're looking at, what, a 400-acre estate in England? You know that's where he's going to go to retire. Say Cher once and she appears at second Beetlejuice. Yes, Desert Dog, I think so too. I listen all the time, but have to be driving a lot of time. Ah, cool, Cher. So you're part of my quote-unquote laundry crew, which is, we listen, but we don't talk. It's like, I know, when I started showing like real pictures, when I learned how to use it on my computer, because during the winter, I'm not going to be driving first day of rain on a metal surface. Nope. And the bridges are mostly tarred, but there are the expand areas that are about 5 feet wide, and the whole length of the road top. It's like, that's the dangerous part, and the real road. So I will not be driving on the first day of a rain. So then I'll have to start doing something at home. And I guess that's what's going to be my focus for this winter, is learning how to be video and design or something. Who knows? Maybe I'll get interesting. I've also been going through that too. You want to talk about, you know, because I tease and call you guys therapy. It's like I've also been suffering from like a... That's Bird. Name a cat, Ladybird. Yep. Confidence has been falling down for some reason. I don't feel like my confidence level's gone down, and it's sort of that half my brain says, you know, you're doing what you're doing. You have your 18, 20 people. You're doing fine. You're going to learn. And that's what I said. I even asked Papa Cat. I said, is it okay if I don't make money for years? And he's like, yes, because he likes what I'm doing. So, because I just figured it was costing money to do this, but also with all of the way people are reacting right now. And yeah, inflation is nuts. It's like, people aren't in the mood right now. It's just not their thing. And so I asked, because we used to tease about, oh, I'd start my own religion, make a ton of money. You think all this on YouTube. And I asked him yesterday, I said, okay if I don't make money for a few years? And he's like, yeah, and? Ever? Yeah? So, Oops, it's the lady. Nebula says it can be like Meatloaf saying, some days it don't come easy, some days it don't come hard, some days don't come at all. I would do anything for love. Yes, it's a shame he wound up being such a radical red person. That was depressing. Cher said, freaked out today, Milton about to hit St. Pete and boomerang to Orlando, category 5, family fleeing north now. Yes. I did see that one this morning. They're expecting it to be the biggest one, and it's like, wow. And it's so weird for Papa Cat, his father's name, and it's like, yes, I thinking beyond good thoughts, asking all the deities to help on this, and and stuff. Who's elderly and frail? What am I missing? Oh my God. Found friend's family of 5 last night. Slid off the mountain in their house, all deceased. It's weirdly times like this, and when something huge happens over there, it's like before I never had enough room to be able to help anybody, send supplies, send money. Red Cross has a loophole, and I wasn't too amused with it, is that the money you send for this disaster is not covering this disaster, it's covering the next disaster. Found out during Katrina, and did not like the tune of that for the longest time. So, yeah. Sheriff said, Mother Nature is kicking ass and taking names. Yeah, and she's smacking us all upside the head, going, why are you still deforesting the Amazon? Yep. Oh, yes. Yes, she pretty much comes every day when I'm here. I usually move the camera away from her. I think I might have stopped the niacin around here because she doesn't have a hump. We used to have older people with humps all over the place, and I don't see that anymore. And I mean bad ones. So either they sent them somewhere else, or they've been telling them to try something new, or because aren't they in the vitamin business too?
Yes, I mean now she is.
And she usually looks a little bit better, but it's the heat. It's 85 here easily, and she's older and she's cold because she has a jacket on. That was my mom. 100 degrees outside and she still had a jacket on. Not to worry, the Scientology red can will be there to help people with compassion and efficiency. Oh my God, I hope not, Adam. Katrina, I'm trying to think of Katrina. It's like, found out about the Red Cross thing. But there were other people helping, legitimate, not, Red Cross is legitimate, but ones where people can get their return now, basically, which made you feel good. It was like, nowadays we have Amazon wish lists, and it's like, I was going to say, anybody who's going to need help and has a wish list should put stuff on there and even maybe explain what's going on, because then you could feel like you're really doing someone help, and if somebody is helping, maybe they can help somebody else. So it's sort of like the family tree things. Once someone has enough, they do stop wanting things, and then they will start giving them to other people. And usually, also, it's your neighborhood. Even though I don't like a couple people in my commune, I would still help them out. So, without a problem. So, it's sort of that way. I mean, the Red Cross will always get money, which is good, and it'll help for the next disaster. And that's why people should give money to those places when there aren't a disaster going around. So I wish we also would contribute when they're not as disastrous. Things like that. You just don't think about it though, and it is a serotonin shot when you give something during the disaster that's really needed, unfortunately. So Cher said, I always want to ask the elderly, are you still here because of your credit cards or freeloader debt? You know you don't have to pay those, you can get a refund. L. Ron Hubbard said so. Yeah, but there's the loop. You can get a refund, but you have to get on site to get a refund. And if you're called an SP, you can't get on site to get a refund. There's gotta be, or not gotta be, there should be eventually a class action suit against them. It'll take about 10 years, but people need to start ganging up on them and just do it, because their lawyers are not as fancy as they were. Their money is stuck in buildings. So it's like their cash flow doesn't seem to be as big as it used to be, which is good. Maybe it would motivate them to sell buildings that are causing blight, like the one back east, where they're finally supposedly going to pay taxes on, but then they put something into the building board that they're going to be really building on it. Bureaucracy drives me crazy sometimes, because people who know to work the system and do it well. So Tom Cruise is the only one who can help. Oh my God. Shari has been asking for a refund since she got out. They owe her $1 million. Yes. Oh, hi, Will City. Yeah, but isn't Tori's like also with like a caveat? It was courses and something else. But they all need to get in a class action suit. The problem is it will take a long time. It will take probably 5 to 10 years for it to go through. And you could probably find now lawyers that'll do it pro bono. So, okay, Will City Party. Yeah, the Laundry Channel. Which is fine with me. It's like, it's nice to know if people are there, but it's nice to talk to people, because I seem to engage on my chats. So I'm sure that takes a certain kind of YouTuber that does that. God, it sounds like Carrie Ann is turning into my mentor. It's like Carrie Ann does that. She has great conversations with her people, and they're fun. And you should go sub there and listen to it, and it's fun. But I still didn't get soda last night. We got the fuzzy hot dog. We got Orion, and then we got Orion's AI, which it's like you should put it on a picture or something so everybody can see it all the time. Oh, hi, Marguerite Darby. Sending love and light from British Columbia, Canada. Thank you. I've already talked about Canada, if you know who gets elected. So let's have our daily dose of hook and ladder. See, they're waving. So it's always good to have the hook and ladder a block away. Oh. Did you say fuzzy hot dog? Yes. Was it No Face? Somebody last week. And Carrie Ann put them in the time because she thought it was it Carrie Ann? One of my mods put them in a hold because they thought it was dirty, and they were talking about Orion. So it was a fuzzy hot dog. So Orion's the fuzzy hot dog. So an Orion, if anybody doesn't know, is her hot dog. Carrie Ann. Long-haired hot dog. Can't think of it. There you go. Long-haired miniature dachshund. So he is small. I thought it was just, I was thinking that I thought that the dachshunds were just bigger and they were that size. Oh, that's nice, Marguerite. It's, yeah. Watch who you want to and who you relate to. Don't do it out of your thinking you're doing a service, because you should do and listen to who you want and what you want and things that you find interesting, because you can also learn things on certain channels and not have to put up with maybe a little bit of drama, which I'm allowed to use as a word because I'm a goth girl and my life is made from drama. Used to be. We're all too old for drama now. Yes, Ryan is a fuzzy-haired hot dog. Oh, he's a large miniature dachshund. Okay. Friend of mine has a miniature Toto, Yorkie, and he's too big, and she got him from the breeder for like a third off because he was going to go to the shelter. She didn't want to follow him to the shelter because she might have missed him, so she bought him from the breeder, and he was wrong. So I understand the big miniatures. So I only watch certain streamers and not others, as I am apathetic and don't like drama. Yes, Margarita. Marquita or Margarita? I'm saying Margarita. Marquita, isn't it? Yes, I'm a screaming empath. I drive people crazy. If they've known me for like one day, I can come up to somebody and say, what's wrong? It drives, even my friends are like, stop that. I go, I can't help it. So I was doing that with my friend today. I'm like, what's the matter? And she just looks at me like, none of your business. And I'm like, come on. I like it here because the chat is never toxic. No, I don't believe in it. Carrie, I have an Iggy Dachshund mix. We call him an Italian sausage. Awesome share. So, yes, thank you guys. No, I don't like toxic. I don't like, the only thing I'm ever going to talk about right now is the election. And when that gets over, hopefully within a week, I'll be able to shut up and then not talk about necessarily, I mean, hell, I'll talk about Kamala because she's from Oakland. I was told as a kid, because I wanted to be Einstein when I grew up, that nothing good comes out of Oakland. And so I want her to win so bad because she will fix things. But she's also from Oakland, and it'll be a big old balloon, a balloon airship size finger to everybody who said nothing good comes out of Oakland. So I think it is funny, Cher, that it's an Italian sausage. Now it's penetrated my brain. Oh my God. I've got to brush the girls tonight. I've not been doing it every night like I should be. Well, I'm supposed to be brushing the supermodel. That's what we call the Norwegian ladybird, because she eats her own hair, which isn't good for her. And when she coughs up a hairball, it's really disgusting looking. And took her to the vet because we thought something was wrong. And he said, no, those are hairballs, and she's fine. So, yeah, I'm scared for us too, and I'm scared for your country. Oh, you guys got the conservatives all up in a lather, don't you? So where are we all going to move? Am I going to have to move to France? France is nuts. That's the running joke, is that Papa Cat's company is owned by the French. Or it's a French company. And so he can't be fair gamed because the French think that Scientology is a cult for real. It's been designated that, so it's awesome. When Kamala went to North Carolina, all choppers and drones were grounded for 18 hours for security people. Security people were so mad. Yeah, I would be mad too, except for the fact that she's going to be the first black woman. And I'm also deathly afraid of the fact that she never makes it to the election. So I don't blame them. You know, I'm sure she's not the one saying this, but I'm sure everybody else is. I mean, it's going to be really hard not to want her behind plastic all the time. So, because, 2025, I'm sorry, that's eugenics. And if you don't know what eugenics is, look it up. It's from the mustachioed man era, but that was also before that because Freud believed in eugenics. Eugenics itself doesn't make any sense in America because nobody is native here except for me and my people, which are indigenous. I am a quarter, a little bit more than a quarter. It's the one that stands out in my bloodline is Pueblo, Inuit, Spanish, and Portuguese. Then after that's a bunch of jumble. But yeah, if you want to go who was here first, we were get out of our country. It's very much the Nordic people, and they don't even like that. It's like, sorry, up there they're just like, you guys are a bunch of idiots when they talk about the freaks here in the United States. So no chopper rescues for 18 hours. See, that's not good. And that needs to be fixed. Now, that is fixable. 18 hours, probably because the orange one got a guy in the trees, stuff like that. And yeah, I'm going to make excuses for it because, yeah, I want her to be president. But 18 hours for rescues is a little weird because you have life flight. Where I live near a Coast Guard base, and they do life flight to the ocean. So we will hear that thing. It's not specific when we hear it, and we can hear it even through the 8-year-old walls. So it's like those puppies are loud, and they should be allowed. Unless there's some kind of, we don't know. There could have been some kind of information that somebody was going to do something because nobody makes any sense anymore. And so that's why it was 18 hours. Are you from Oakland, Desert Dog? He said, don't sell it short. Oakland has an impressive list. My hometown has Real Housewives. Thank you, Marquita. Yes, I am speaking the truth. It's my truth, but it's a very, seems to be a shared truth. And that's why it's my truth, but it's a shared truth. So that's the way my brain thinks. It's like when everybody says, oh, I'm being transparent. No, I have no choice. I don't know how not to be transparent. It's the Aquarian in me, right, Fuzz? Photo ops taken, left, rescues resumed. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we don't know what's going on with the Secret Service. We don't know what the FBI know. We don't know because honestly, ever since Ted Bundy, I have not put any kind of like appearance protocol on anybody because you have a man who looked like he graduated from Yale doing horrible things and still pretty much looked like that until he went to prison, not county, prison. And so it was like, nah, I'm not going to judge anybody. So you can't say this guy can do this or this guy can do that. No, it could be the guy who looks like he just walked out of the financial district. You don't know. So, and one of the first mass shootings was at 1 California Street, San Francisco. So, and it was, 20, 30 years ago. My friend's mom worked, because it was Schwab. My friend's mom worked at Schwab at the time. And we were freaking out. And she's like, no, the other building. So, yeah, you can't assume anything anymore with anybody. You just have to cross your fingers and hope it isn't with you or near you. So, it's just real life, I guess. Yeah, anybody is capable of anything. Hell, you're capable of anything by accident. You don't know what happens. You don't know what pops in your brain. You don't know what you've been exposed to as a kid. Who knows? And that's the problem. Because, yeah, psychiatry and psychology is still a matter of the brain, still isn't paid attention to. And now we're all stuck on wellness. And it's like, maybe there should be wellness groups so you can all get to it at the same time. I try to be as upfront with myself as I can, but then I can't catch myself realizing that, oh my God, I've been in a corner and not watching anything at night that has to do with, you know, the off ones. So we can only do the best we can and try to make the world better for real, and that's the problem, is I really think it. So you guys are right. I've never seen her without her jacket and everything else on. It's the hair color. Wow, that is definitely some elder abuse going on there. And she walks here. I don't think she has a car, so she takes public transit. I wish I knew what to say to make her leave. That is just, wow. Ah. Oh, cool. You're an American then. I always thought that people who moved around more were like real Americans because they would get to know the country. I'm sorry, but TC looked like it too. I agree, in my opinion. And it seems to be the caffeine type ones. Vroom vroom. And maybe trying to get off of them, which may have caused couch, withdrawals, stuff like that. So, and Lou gets them. Haha, sure. Because we're all somebody's daughter, somebody's son. Everyone is somebody. That's why that's why everybody should always help everybody. Yes. It's the way I've always thought. And since I grew up pretty much in a world where I had no problem going, you're wrong, or why are you doing this, or why are you doing that, because it was promoted, even though it drove them crazy, it was promoted by my family, because I was the introvert with them, which is the weirdest thing. I was the extrovert at school, but in my family I was the introvert. So sometimes they had to like defend me. Up north, it was because I was brown, and then down here, it's because I was reading books when they were playing softball and 4th of July and Memorial Day, that sort of thing. But yeah, I guess you could say my family was a bad influence because they promoted what I did. They encouraged me to do what I did. So I got spoiled with my family saying, no, read that book, Missy, if you want to. What are you telling me about this? Okay, cool. Listening to me for 30 seconds was easier than saying, would you just be quiet? He's like couch uppers. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, because let's be real. TC doing that, in my opinion, was really not organic. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. It seemed, how everybody says it was creepy. It's like, I don't know how they think it was creepy. I think it was that he was, the synapses in the brain weren't working correctly. Is that the easiest way to put it? So, have fun doing something for someone else, not expecting anything in return is my favorite thing. Yes. I never expect anything back. I'll put the picture as my thumbnail. Sorry, interrupted by dog butt. Hi. I'm just protesting. Oh, okay. She must be new. That was interesting. So they brought, I haven't seen her before, so they brought someone over. Now she knows why she's not supposed to be wearing her vest. And do not get her into trouble. She didn't see me. So there. And she didn't see me. Very synthetic. The curtain. Yep, now we're down to the curtain again. Curtain speak. You know, that doesn't look very good if you have a curtain sticking out. That white glove thing ain't passing if the curtain's sticking out. Yes, one of my thumbnails is going to have to be the dog I rescued off of the freeway about 5 years ago, coming back home from having lunch with my brother when he was having a good month. Cars were stopped, scooted up because one car would move at a time, and then realized there was a dog on the freeway. Got out of the car, figured I'd get him into the back seat of my car. Dirty rag hanging out of the door as usual. Yep, nebulous. Opened up the back door and found him in my passenger side. So I drove him to the fire station because it was in Brea, I think. I always want to say San Rafael, but it's not. It was over the hill. Took him to the fire station. They got a hold of him because he had an old collar on. I went to call the number. And so the guy at the fire station got him. The person, his caretaker, came down and I ripped her a new one. Because he snuck out the back door and came down the hill because his house was at the top of the hill. And I was just like, yes, just saying I like your earrings to a stranger in line at the store makes me internally giddy. I know. I totally know that one. I did that the other day. Some lady was just roasting her butt off and she had this really cute leopard dress on, and I was like, yesterday, yeah, at the fair, and I was like, I love your dress and I'm sorry you're so miserable. And she said, thank you. And I know. They go stuck again. Yeah, I know. It's like, what did they close up? Because the doors are open, so they should be flying left and right because the wind's popped up again. Maybe it's just not cold enough. You know, air density and all that. Someone's dress is caught in the door and they just won't help. Fuzzy, it's my thing for me. What was that? Because she said you're the best share. Yes. It's sometimes you just want to make people smile. Because honestly, it hurts my heart to see people miserable. I can't. Maybe that's why I have all these anxiety disorders, because when I stopped being a mean girl, I got hit with emotions left and right. It's like instant karma, because I was a vicious beast when I was a teenager. So that's what I get from, this is my penance for being such an asshole. So, but yeah, it's just my little bubble of positivity. It's like, oh my god, I just sound so foo-foo. And that's what I'm gonna be. See, I told you guys were my therapy. Now I feel a million times better. I'm exploiting you all for me. So I'm going to go finally, because it's 1:18. I'm trying to go over an hour, so I'm getting better at it. Whoops. Come on, turn. That's what I'm gonna have to watch tonight, is gimbal things. So go to Carrie Ann's channel, become a member, like my channel, and become a subscriber. So you can listen to Carrie Ann talk about school, which is psychology based. You can listen to me talk about how the world is beautiful. Just a Coke and a smile. Ah, viewer's choice. That means there's nobody here right now. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Yes, I know that. Don't give them ideas, Nebulous. They're watching. So, right back at you, Cher. So, and Papa Cat still hasn't gone into his dentist yet, I bet. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Think good thoughts. No Face said the other day, do something nice for somebody and don't tell anybody about it. It's America, choose your own room raid. That's awesome. Okay, ciao, Bellas.